You know, in the world of baseball, when you talk about the absolute peak of pitching excellence, there's one name that just floats above all the others: Cy Young. His name is on the trophy every pitcher dreams of winning. But believe me, the story of the man is even crazier than the award itself.
So, that's the big question here, isn't it? Why him? What on earth did this guy do playing in a completely different era that made his name the eternal gold standard for dominance on the mound? Well, let's get into it. To really get the man, you first have to understand the award that carries his name. And we're talking about more than just a trophy here. For a pitcher, this is it. This is the mountaintop. Okay, so the award itself, it actually got started way back in 1956, long after he'd hung up his cleats. And it's given out every single year to the best of the best in both the American and National Leagues. Winning it once puts you in some seriously elite company. Winning it more than once, well, that makes you a legend. All right, let's really dive in because the answer to that why him question, it all comes down to the numbers. And these aren't just stats. They're numbers so huge, so mind-boggling, that they honestly feel fake in today's game. These are the records that built the myth. Let's just start with this one, 511. Just let that number sink in for a second. So what is it? That's how many games Cy Young won in his career. But that's not the whole story. This isn't just a high score. It is the all-time record for wins. Nobody else is even in the same zip code. It's a record that pretty much everyone agrees will never, ever be broken. Ready for another one that'll just break your brain? 7,356. That's how many innings he pitched. Again, it's an all-time record that modern players can't even dream of touching. And to really wrap your head around that number, think about it like this. Imagine a pitcher today throwing every single pitch of every single game for more than 5 years in a row. It's just impossible. It wasn't just about talent. This was a level of pure endurance the sport has never seen before or since. So, the big question is, how? How does one person possibly put up numbers that look like they have to be a typo? Well, let's break down what made this legend tick. It all starts with just insane longevity. We're talking a 22-season career starting way back in 1890 and going all the way to 1911. And he wasn't just hanging on. He was dominating for teams like the Cleveland Spiders and the Boston Americans, winning a World Series along the way. Okay, quick sidebar, because we need to know this for the next number. ERA. It stands for Earned Run Average. All it means is, on average, how many runs does a pitcher let up over a full 9-inning game? Simple. The lower the number, the better you are. Cy Young's career ERA was 2.63. Now look, that is a fantastic ERA for a single season. But to keep that up over 7,000 plus innings, that's just a ridiculous level of sustained excellence. It's unbelievable. So it was the secret sauce. It was this perfect storm of things. He had durability that was just off the charts, letting him pitch constantly. He had this unwavering consistency to be great every single time he took the mound. He was the king of the complete game, meaning when he started a game, he finished it. And oh, by the way, he also threw 76 shutouts, meaning games where the other team scored 0. Absolutely 0. So you take all those numbers, all that relentless performance, and you end up building a legacy that would literally be cast in bronze and woven into the story of baseball itself. And listen, this isn't just us looking back and saying he was great. The consensus was crystal clear even when he was playing. He was one of the absolute titans of the game, period. And his impact was officially cemented with the two biggest honors in the sport. First, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. And then, in 1956, they created the award in his name, making sure that his standard of greatness would inspire pitchers forever. Which brings us right back to where we started. The Cy Young Award isn't just named after some great old-timey player. It's named for the guy who set the bar. His career is the benchmark that every other pitcher in some way is measured against. So, what's the takeaway? Cy Young's records, they feel less like history and more like something out of a myth. And it leaves you with this one huge, lingering question. In today's game, where we're so careful with pitchers' arms, will we ever see greatness on this scale again? Or was Cy Young truly a once-in-a-lifetime, a once-in-history phenomenon?